Welcome to a new episode of the You're Not Wrong podcast, a podcast where Gen X and a millennial talk about culture back then, culture right now, and mostly agree to disagree. My name's Elizabeth. I'm the millennial.
I'm Nicole, and I'm a Gen Xer.
And today I'm going to tell you, you're probably not wrong if you think they're cheating. They probably are cheating.
Lord.
You should just get out, just be lonely, just get out. Get out now.
This is an interesting one.
How up to date on celebrity gossip are you? On the hot goss?
Not a lot. This week has been pretty rough. Like, I just haven't been paying much attention.
So we've had a few divorces.
Yeah.
Going
I only
on.
have one.
Which one?
My girl from Game of Thrones.
Yeah, so
I don't know her real name, but it's Sansa.
Well, yeah, Sophie Turner. So a few things have really brought cheating kind of to the forefront, I feel like, in celebrity gossip. And then there was like a whole Twitter thread that like went viral for it that you sent me. So
that one was funny.
Yeah, I thought it would be fun to talk about because so Miley Cyrus
was cheating.
her husband was, allegedly.
Wait, aren't they divorced?
They are divorced, but she's talking about it now.
Oh, okay.
So that song Flowers is like, you know, people were seeing that and interpreting it that, you know, he cheated on her. And then we had the whole situation with Ariana Grande and...
Oh, Lord.
Did you hear about that?
Cheating with that little funny looking man.
Yeah, with SpongeBob. So Ariana Grande, for anyone who doesn't know...
Broke up a family.
is starring in Wicked, coming out who knows when, because we're still on strike. But so she started to I don't know, I guess become entangled, I want to say. I don't know if I want to...
With somebody's husband.
With somebody's husband in the cast. And so both of their marriages are now broken up because...
She was married again?
She was not again. She was married the first time to this real estate agent in Miami.
Okay.
So that marriage broke up.
Right.
His marriage to his like high school sweetheart who had just had a child, like postpartum.
He risked it all for Ariana.
Well, you know, to each their own. So that broke up because of cheating. And then, as if that wasn't enough, as if we haven't had enough cheating, as if we had enough reason to not believe in anyone anymore.
You needed more reasons? No. Should already have stopped doing that.
Yeah, fair. Sophie Turner and her husband, Joe Jonas, are now getting a divorce.
But I didn't think that was from cheating.
Well, we don't actually know, and that's fine. I don't actually want to be in people's business until...
You don't?
Until I can't stop hearing about it.
Okay.
On every, you know, everyone was talking about Ariana Grande.
Yeah.
Everyone's talking about Sophie and Joe now because they're so famous.
Right.
But allegedly, he caught her saying something on the Ring camera on their home.
Oh, those damn Ring cameras, boy. They getting people
allegedly
taken out.
Now, what she said, there's a few rumors. So it could have been she said something about him, or maybe she said something about cheating. But whatever it was she said was bad enough that he was like, our marriage is over.
What could she have said?
That's what I was just going to ask you that. Because I'm not married.
That don't make no sense.
But I cannot think of anything, like, unless my partner like actually like brought a woman home. Yeah. And I saw it on the Ring camera. That would be enough for me.
Not like what are you saying? I mean, unless you're like,
unless he was
I rue the day I married that woman. Even then, people might be like, okay, he was just pissed off. Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to be happy about that, but I don't think that would make me just drive down to the divorce office and be like, I'm done just because of that.
Right.
Like, there had to be more going on.
It's like expensive. There's a lot of paperwork.
Yeah,
I feel like we got to have a conversation first.
We need to give you another chance.
Yeah, unless like I saw you bringing in someone, or I heard you maybe talk, like maybe you were on speed, or something. Okay, that's different.
Maybe that's what he heard. I still think there's more. There's more. You don't just get divorced over that. I don't think you do.
I don't know.
Especially as a celebrity. Like, come on. It's too much.
Nonetheless, it brought me down this cheating rabbit hole. And so I just want to have a little bit of a millennial moment where we go into the internet stories and we look at things from Twitter and stories from Reddit about cheating and the many intricate ways that people have found out that their partners were cheating.
Let's do it.
All right, let's go. So really, all of the celebrities kind of got me interested because this Ring camera thing is insane. Like
the Ring camera is getting people caught up. All kind of people, not just the cheaters, but the criminals and kids, everything.
The Uber delivery
people. Yeah. Like, Ring, come on.
So I was thinking, like, there's got to be other, and you hear it too. You hear it, like, I feel like everyone, whether it's you personally or someone you know, like a close friend or a family member, has a story of, like, I was with this person, and the next thing I know, I find out that they've been cheating on me, whatever, blah, blah. Like, everyone has a story. But then there's ones where you hear, like, have you never been cheated on?
Yes, of course. Okay. But, like, I mean, most people will find out these days by going through the phone, which I do not advise. But that's how most people find out. Like, these stories that I heard, I'm like, what in the hell? Like, this is so dramatic. Why did you have to find out they were cheating? Like, didn't you already know?
So someone asked on Twitter, what's the craziest way that you found out that you were being cheated on? And then, of course, there were many, many Reddit threads on relationships, Ask Reddit, all kinds of threads where people are discussing their stories. So I pulled a few of them out. I thought I could just get your thoughts on them, your reactions, and if not, we can at least have a laugh for these poor people.
A laugh at their pain.
So this person says, the girl I was dating came home pregnant and tried to pretend she got it done at a doctor. I am a woman.
Got it done?
I am a woman and cannot get her pregnant.
She got her hair done.
Yeah, so that was how she figured out that her girlfriend was cheating. This person says his gay best friend described his dick at the dinner table to me in front of everyone during his graduation dinner. He didn't blink or miss a single detail.
Okay, there should have been signs.
Out of that, these are calling it for me.
First of all, wait. Okay, go ahead. Keep going.
I got a call at work from my wife who was in tears begging me not to read a text she had just sent me.
Ooh.
She made me promise to just delete it without reading. I said okay and then read it. Which obviously
like what other option do I have?
You would read it, right? Like
I would told me not to read it.
You have
dumb
to.
Bird.
And he goes, it definitely wasn't meant for me. And then someone says, what was the context? And the guy answered, it turns out she was having a lesbian affair and the things she described were not things she could do to me. So that would be pretty telling.
Can you imagine you realize you accidentally sent that? You just got to take the L. I wouldn't even.
Well, now you can
I wouldn't even say nothing.
Now you can unsend.
But back then you couldn't.
Back then you could not.
I would just be gone.
Just evaporate.
I would just be gone by the time they got home and be like, listen, I know it's gone crazy now, so just let me know what you want to do. But I'm gone.
So this
I'm
one
not dealing with that.
This one should resonate with you.
What?
90s queen.
Okay.
This person says, I was at my ex's house when answering machines were a thing. He stepped out of the room and I heard a clicking noise from the machine. I walked over to it and found that the volume was down. I pushed play and found messages from different women. One of the women talked about being in the hospital giving birth to his child. Needless to say, it was the end of the relationship.
People used to get hung up with those damn answering machines too.
How do you mean?
Like, yeah, people leaving messages.
Oh, yeah. See,
and then you come home and you play the answering machine. Yeah, you don't know anything about this.
No, but I've seen it in movies. And I've always wanted to know. Like,
yeah,
I kind of wish.
It was a thing.
I kind of wish this was still a thing. Like, I kind of wish I could just walk into someone's house and hear like a click and then just all their tea be spilled immediately.
That's basically what happened. You come home and you're like, play the messages. And I would hit, like, my mom would be like, play the messages. And you would hit play and you would get all the messages. And I mean, people would leave long ass messages. You know what I'm saying? People would be trying to get the tea spilled. Like, if you were a bitter girl and you like knew this man was with somebody else, you leave a message on the answering machine.
So yeah, you would leave all the dirt, like
all the dirt. Machine. And what you gonna do? You used to have to like have a new tape. It wasn't like
I had to think about that.
It wasn't like a SD card. It was literally a tape.
So yeah, and imagine like I always imagine being at someone's home and they're like, "Oh, don't worry, don't answer the phone,"
And then that answer machine comes on.
That's the one you should have answered.
You got to turn that answer machine off. Oof.
Those are the days.
Those were the days.
This person says, so now we're moving over to Reddit. So there was an Ask Reddit. That's a forum where you can just ask Reddit, any question. And so the question was the same. What is the craziest way you found out that someone was cheating on you? So this person says, he was drunk at his 21st, and while joking around with his friends, he started listing off all the women he'd slept with in the last year. I was standing right there, and we'd been dating for 2 years.
He was too drunk. She should have just broke up with him for the fact that he be getting too drunk.
Yeah, well...
You don't even know how to handle your liquor. I don't need to be with you.
I can never...
You're telling all your tea.
I can never decide if I'm like... Would you rather be with a cheater that was really good at hiding it?
Yeah.
Or a cheater that's like this dumb? Because on the one hand, at least if they're messy, then you're finding out and now you know and you can be like, you're so dumb. But then on the other hand, I feel like if they're smart about it, at least in your head, you're like,
no, I don't.
At least you were smart about it.
Yeah, like be smart about it or don't do it.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, it's a tough one. Like,
I also don't want people to be that good at this. This is bad.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. I've evolved on how I feel about it. Like, I kind of feel like just don't let me find out. First of all, don't be doing it. But don't let me find out. But see, I'm now of the belief that like, I don't even need proof.
What do you mean?
If I think you're cheating on me, you cheating on me. That's how at my big age of 44 years old, that's how I am now. I'm not even going through your phone. Like I might if it's like I need some shit for like court or something. Yeah. But like I'm not gonna be worrying myself going through your phone. If I think you're cheating on me, you cheating. And we got a problem.
No, I think I'm not at a big age. Well, I guess I am, but not really. And I kind of feel the same, especially like I think in my younger 20s, I definitely had a moment of like going through a phone.
Of course, we all do.
Yeah, like I know it's the worst thing ever, but you're just like I think everyone, man and woman, have been in this situation where like you know in your heart that something is up. You can't like put a pin on it, but you know, and then you're like in my situation, I just had I was doing something else, like I was handed it, and it wasn't like I like stole it. I was handed it, and I was like, and I saw things that I didn't want to see, which happens again, I think, to everyone probably multiple times. And it was at that moment that I was like, damn. After having had that experience, now I knew. That's the thing is, I knew in my heart that something was wrong.
You already knew.
I didn't need to do that.
You don't need that. You don't need that.
No. And so now if I were to be dating someone and I just felt like something was off, I'm done. Because I'm not doing this anymore.
The thing about it is, going through the phone, you're going to find something.
You always find something.
Even if the person's not doing anything really egregious, you're going to find something that's going to bother you. So going through the phone is irrelevant.
And you also can't be one of those people that's like, always think something's wrong, you know what I mean? Like you gotta have a baseline.
You gotta
for
let people be.
Yeah, like I know we're cool, and then I don't know what it is. Like one person on Reddit, it was just a one sentence thing. He said, what's the craziest way? And he said, she didn't hug me anymore. And he just knew that like something was up.
Yeah.
And it's like little things like that. And I think that's what's hard and what drives people crazy is that like you can't always say, oh, it was this time on this day that you said this specific thing,
I knew.
And your actual intonation clearly meant that you were saying no. Obviously, you don't know, but like, but you have a sense.
Yeah,
you have a sense that something's up.
Yeah, you have a sense that something up, and if it keeps being that way, you don't need any proof for real. I mean, I don't know. That's how I feel now. My mind might change. But
I think especially
don't think it will.
I'm still dating.
Yeah.
So for me, it's kind of more like. If we're going, you
don't need to take this any further if you're having those feelings this early.
If I don't trust you now, to the point where I'm thinking that this is going if I even have the thought like, I wonder what's on your phone, then we're just going to be done.
Yeah.
Because clearly I can't
You got to be able to trust somebody to move forward at your age. And like, you can't be questioning nothing.
No.
You're questioning something at this point, that's not a good sign.
And this is how I know it's not me, because I've been with men who don't make me think that.
Yeah. Yeah.
People will be like, oh, well, girls always... No. They'll be like, oh, well, you're traumatized. And I'm like, no. Because actually I've been with guys where I'm like, I know That's not happening.
And then it's funny because when you're with someone that you can actually trust, there could be a behavior that somebody might look at and be like, you're not suspicious, but you might just trust the person.
That's what's crazy.
You trust them and you're like, I'm really not worried about it.
No, that's what's
how
crazy.
You have to feel. You have to be like, I'm not really worried about it.
Something happened recently. A friend of mine, she's in I would say probably pretty healthy relationship, I would assume. I don't know everyone's details. But she found something in her house that belonged to another woman.
Yeah.
And, she like sent it to the girls chat and was like, okay, whose is this? And we have no loyalty to this man. Like, we will, if it wasn't ours, we would say it.
Yeah.
But it was actually mine.
Yeah.
I was at a party at her house. Mm-hmm. I had gotten drunk. I had like taken this off and I had left it. And I actually even told her, I was like, hey, I'm going to leave this here. Remind me when I come over. She forgot. I forgot. Like, everyone forgot. And so, but when I saw it again, I was like, oh, that's mine. Yeah, you know what I mean?
That happened to me before.
Yeah. And so, but she was just like, I knew it was somebody's. He was freaking out.
Yeah.
He was freaking out. Like,
that's a funny one. He was like, please
He
tell
was
this
like, it
woman.
wasn't me. I'm innocent. And she was like, yeah, I believe you. I'm sure it's one of theirs. And then, like, I'm not, like I said, I have no loyalty to anybody but
that ain't mine.
Exactly. But it was. So I said it, I'm also not trying to stir shit. So
yeah, that happened to me. I found like a barrette in my couch and I was like, whose is this? Or whatever. And it ended up being like one of my girlfriends that had came over and she was like, it's mine, girl. Damn, calm down. You know what I mean? Like, it was a whole thing.
I mean, it's easy to go there, but if you like
I realized I was being crazy too because I was like, oh yeah, that is yours.
Yeah.
I just went crazy. That was a long time ago.
This one says, his sister kept calling me Annie. My name is Andy, short for Andrea. I corrected her a few times, but I didn't care for her at all, so I just ignored her. I thought she was trying to be obnoxious. Mm-hmm. We only saw her once a week or so. Then I found out after almost a year that he was cheating. Only I was the mistress because he had been with Annie for 3 years and they had a child together.
OMG.
I still don't know if his sister was calling me Annie to laugh behind my back or make him uncomfortable, but probably both. Anyway, he used to drive my car all the time, and one day I was out running errands, and I came out of the store to find a woman with her toddler standing by my car. I asked her if I could help her, and she said, no, I'm just trying to find out what store my boyfriend is in. This is his car. And... So yeah, we both learned a lot that day. We hung out all day together comparing stories of times he was unreachable. Then we confronted him together. He walked into her apartment, sat down on the couch with a beer before noticing I was standing with her in the kitchen. He said nothing, put down the beer, got up and left.
I know that's right. Y'all not gonna do this to me.
Ignoring us both.
Yeah.
As we peppered him with questions. This was 13 years ago and I haven't spoken to him since. She stayed with him, but she was 6 months pregnant the day I found her. And she had the toddler. But that's what's crazy. It was her car, bro.
Oh, hell no.
Dude, that was her car. And she
was the mistress.
And she was like, that's my boyfriend's car. Bro, murder. Straight to jail. Straight to jail.
Don't do that to me.
This person says, I was visiting a dying relative in hospital, so I could not attend some stupid college party he and his roommate organized. I told him I couldn't go and asked if he could come over later after visiting hours in the hospital because I knew my relative would die soon and I really just needed someone to be there with me, which is like reasonable. He said he probably wouldn't be able to, and he needed to help his roommate with party preparations, but would come over later if they finished early. That, see, to me, I'm already like...
Yeah, your family member's dying, and you talking about setting up for a party?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Next day...
What man decorates for a party anyway? That should have been a red flag. See, people don't really know what to look for.
That's what it is.
I tell you what to look for.
They don't know how to be treated.
Shit don't sound right.
You can't even come... If I finish early.
It's not even that. Okay? He's talking about decorating for a party.
Well, he's getting the party ready.
What do you have to do if you're a man?
I don't know. Maybe he's got to get a keg or something.
Go to the store and men don't do stuff like that.
It's very true. So she says, so that happened. Next day, I saw pictures of him with his ex in his lap kissing, uploaded the previous night by his roommate. The roommate even knew we were dating. He was just too drunk to realize he'd added me as a friend on Facebook earlier. And I would see the pictures too.
That was good.
Yeah, that kind of works out.
Yeah. You know, the thing about cheating is that you'll find out.
That's the thing is, like, you do eventually. That when you were like, as long as I don't find out. And my thing is like, somehow you find out.
Yeah, that's why you don't even have to worry about it. Because you're gonna find out.
Yeah.
And
would you rather him have like a whole second family before you find out, or find out kind of early?
I mean, it don't matter. The outcome probably be the same.
That's
like,
fair.
You know, what are we talking about here? But the point is that you'll find out, especially now.
Yeah, and
people are so easily accessible, you know, and typically, you know, even side pieces get fed up. Okay? And so a lot of times they'll make their presence known. Right. When they get mad.
Yeah, but the thing about that, you know, I think what's tough about that is if you do tell someone, like let's say you are in a situation where someone who is in a relationship or, you know, married or otherwise.
You're cheating with them.
Or if they even just like, hit on you, or like maybe you didn't know, maybe you did end up doing something with them. But then you find out, or maybe you knew before and you kind of want to give them a warning, the other person. Because obviously if they're doing this with you, they're doing it with other people. So you want to tell the person, but then like that could backfire on you.
No, I ain't talking about that. Like I'm not telling you if, well, we're going on a whole nother thing. I'm talking about they're in a real relationship, not like somebody pressed you or tried to holler at you.
Or like you, or you had like a one night stand and then you find out.
Yeah,
that they
or
have
not even that. Like I'm not gonna. Well, I'll just say if that was me in a situation, I had a one night stand and I found out that somebody was married or had a girlfriend, I'm not gonna tell. I've heard that.
Yeah, this is the thing I've heard happen.
Why would you do that?
I think a lot of people. I don't know.
See, that's that millennial stuff.
Because you want to be honest, and the other person has a right to know. And
stay out of that.
You want to do the right thing. You want to be a good person.
Whatever. Y'all pick and choose. Stay out of that.
I would just say that I've not been in this situation, but having seen people in the situation who do end up confronting, I feel like it always backfires.
It does. Like that's what I'm saying. There's no point in telling a person because you had a one night stand. Now, if you're in a full-fledged relationship like this scenario you just...
because then you're going to have like receipts and stuff.
Yeah, like, oh, okay, you had a one night stand with somebody. You're going to call their wife and tell the wife? What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, don't do that. You might get hurt.
Yeah, you probably won't
I'm just being real.
But if you're like, okay, so you're saying, but if you're like a full mistress, like you're
eventually somebody's gonna get.
You're gonna get tired and you're gonna tell the wife.
That's typically what happens.
Okay.
Yeah, that's typically what happens.
Yeah, obviously not you, but
but
the
I'm
royal
just
you.
Just the principle of it all.
Yeah,
like they usually get pissed off at some point.
So this person says, after his company Christmas party, I stayed over at his place, got up the next morning, and came downstairs to find his girlfriend cooking breakfast for him. Needless to say, she and I were both pretty shocked.
Messy.
That is messy.
Oh, God. Why do people do this to themselves?
This one, I thought to myself, like, I can't decide. Well, let me read it to you. Mm-hmm. He sent me a pic of the dog while I was away with a text that said, look how cute she looks. Like 3 weeks later, I went back to the photo to show a friend, and upon looking at the photo, I noticed a pair of women's boots in the background by the door.
See? Telling on yourself. It always comes to light.
I'm like, damn.
So
we got Magnum PI over here.
doing too much. Why are you sending the lady a picture of the dog? Because now you feel bad because you got somebody else over there. So you want to make your girlfriend feel better. Oh, look at the dog. Now you just told on yourself.
Yeah.
Doing too much.
Yeah, but also, like, do you think you would notice something like that?
Yeah. Eventually, yes. I would.
I was trying to think, like, would I actually...
You don't think you would notice that?
I want to say I would. I guess it depends on the picture.
And then also it might take you a while. Like you may go back to it and later be like, wait a minute.
That's what she said. Yeah. She said that she looked back at the photo like 3 weeks later and was like, whose boots are those? Huh.
But see, he's going to make up something, so you might as well just leave.
That's the thing. That's really the thing that gets me, is that these people can never be like, it's like, no, then we got a lot. It's like I can see, that's the part that really upsets me. I don't need to play these
mind games with you. It's people's boots right there. I'm out.
I'll be like, no, that's my friend.
Yeah, like, it's just too much now.
This one says, the other girl was wearing my clothes in front of me.
Yeah, that is going to have me putting my hands on you.
On the girl?
Somebody. I don't know. Don't play with me like that. You gave somebody my clothes. Are you crazy?
This girl, she continues, she edited it and added, the one part of this entire debacle that was hysterical was that she tried to deny that she was wearing my clothes when I confronted her until I pointed out the oil stain on the white shirt she was wearing, which my sister caused when she borrowed said shirt without asking. Plot twist. She and I are friendly now, and he's off being miserable somewhere else.
What kind of girl is this wearing a dirty shirt that don't even belong to her?
That is weird. That is kind of odd. This one's another one that I thought was like a little bit like, damn, Gumshoe, you really doing the work.
Detective.
This person says, I checked his phone. There's more. My daughter was playing with it in a locked room with me while I painted the doorway. I locked the door so that no one knocked over the paints. I honestly wasn't planning on checking his phone. I was completely absorbed in painting. He kept knocking to ask for the phone, and I kept telling him he needed to wait. I wasn't moving the paint to open the door. When he knocked the third time in less than 5 minutes, it suddenly clicked.
He wants that phone.
The phone was unlocked, and there was something on it he didn't want me to see. If he just respected my boundaries and let me finish painting, I wouldn't have even thought to check the phone.
Nope.
His own behavior outed him.
Yeah.
That's what you were saying.
You tell on yourself.
Because it's so true. Like, you know the baby's got a bomb in her hands, but you just got to be like...
What y'all doing in here?
Uh-oh.
How's the painting going?
It's going good? Is she still on the phone?
She good?
Okay.
Oh, hey, I need to call my job right quick. Can you hand me the phone? Now you knocking and going crazy.
I need my phone. Yeah, why?
Crazy.
This one goes. This is another one, but it's also like, you did this to yourself. She goes, he was having too many extra shifts, but still getting the same money at the end of the month. This one says,
oh my gosh.
He bet his friend $20 he could sleep with a certain girl, and then at a later date in front of me said, oh, by the way, you owe me that $20. What the fuck?
You sound like children.
This is disrespect. Straight disrespect.
Damn.
And actually, I forgot I had included this in here, so timely conversation. I wish I brought it up earlier. This one says, I got an anonymous email from the other woman. She said she wanted to let me know she just found out that the man she'd been seeing for 7 months was married with a new baby and that she was terribly sorry, but that she had broken it off. She said she had no idea. She found out he was married by Googling him. Our wedding picture had showed up in my university's alumni wedding album. Then she Googled me, found out where I worked, and called asking for me. They told her I was on maternity leave with our second child. Kudos to this woman for doing the right thing. I think of her often, especially now that I'm enjoying life without him.
Yeah. That's when you tell somebody.
That is when you tell. That's when you...
It's like, come on now. This is dangerous. Like, you've got a kid on the way. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I would also send an anonymous email, though.
Yeah,
I'm not putting my name on that. I don't need you to know who I am. Yeah, I don't want to be involved in this thing.
But then that makes it tough because she's like, well, who is this? You don't even know who it is.
But he knows who you are.
Yeah.
And he can still make... That would be my concern, too, is like, let's say I ruin this man's life.
Right.
Is he now going to come for me?
Yes.
Right? So, like...
It's a possibility.
What do I need to do to make it look like that was not me who sent that email?
But he knows who he's cheating with.
Yeah, but maybe someone else knew he was cheating. You know what I mean? Like, can I make it look like it's from his brother? Like, you know, this is where my mind goes.
I don't know.
Full anonymity.
I don't know. It depends on...
I would hire a PI to take pictures of me and then tell her, so that is not from me.
Oh my God.
So that he'd be I'd be like, what? I'm in the pictures too.
This is
I'm going to
crazy.
be protected.
Oh
That's
my
all
God,
I know.
what a nightmare. I'm not. Ugh, no thank you.
This guy says, I told her I saw pictures of her with another guy. She broke down and told me about it. I never saw pictures. I just had a suspicion that she was a cheater. Then she got pissed at me for not having any pictures. They always do, don't they?
Yeah, she told on herself.
Right. And then they get mad that you
I mean, that is kind of like playing games, but it worked.
But if someone said to me, and we're in a relationship, and he says to me, I saw pictures of you with your ex or with some guy. Be like, what guy? My brother? Like, that's the only man I hang out with. Yeah, like, my father? Like,
I don't know. What? A person on the street? I don't know.
I'm not, what are you talking? You?
Right,
who? And so if you respond like that, then I feel like, but this guy knew. He knew. He said he had suspicions.
He knew.
This one I thought was, like, cream of the crop because I could see it happening. And it also just, it's like how messy people are without meaning to be, like, around you. So you gotta be careful. Messy. You gotta be not messy yourself. So this person says, This guy goes, I was out at a bar with some friends when I started talking to the people next to me. They were wearing our town's local social sports club shirt. So I asked them if they knew my wife who was in the club. They responded with, yeah, I know her. I hear she's cheating on her douchebag husband. And then I replied, Messy. I am her husband.
Messy.
And I can see that happening too, because people talk.
See, that's people love the kind of stuff.
And men do gossip.
Yeah, they are big gossips. That's just like, first of all, y'all live in a whack town, because who's doing that? Like, why are you doing that?
Why you just? Why
are you saying that about the person?
I was trying to think, like, has anyone ever come up to me and like I've immediately spilled their darkest
shit
secret
about the person, right? Like, oh yeah, she's cheating. Who does that?
Have you heard of Nicole? Yeah. Have you heard she's scared of the Bermuda Triangle? Like, why would I say that?
Why would that be your first thing to say about me?
Right, exactly. Like
you wanted to talk shit about somebody. Yeah, that's weird.
So these were just some cheating stories. I feel like they're a little bit more intricate than like, I thought something was going on. I asked to see his phone. We did that dance for 3 hours. I finally saw his phone, and then I saw nudes. You know, I feel like that's how it mostly goes. And then
I don't think it goes like that.
Really?
Who's gonna let you see their phone if they have nudes in there?
I think eventually people acquiesce. Because they're just the game's up. They don't even care anymore. That's what I mean. I've never cheated on someone, so I can't say.
I don't know that that's how it goes. That seems too easy to me. I don't think that's how it goes.
Don't like lying.
I don't either.
Or keeping up with stories.
I feel you.
So I would just dump you.
Right. It's at this point, you've reached that at a young point, because it's just like, who has time for all that? Like, I don't know. I mean, I just don't feel like I have the mental capacity to be doing a lot of like Scooby-Dooing around.
Yeah, that's
for that.
Yeah.
We've got so many other things to do. So like, don't give me the reason and we're good.
So one that I saw, and I'd love to get your take on it, and then we'll wrap. But so this woman talks about her husband went to get a vasectomy.
Okay.
And when they go to get the vasectomy, you know, they say like, you know, you're safe after so many
dumps.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. And so they handed him 30 condoms. Right?
Why?
And for that, because you're not protected yet.
Oh, okay.
So then after those 30, then you're safe.
Well, why they had to give him the condoms? He can't go buy his own. I don't want the condoms from the vasectomy place.
I'm sure that it comes with your thing. You know,
package. Here's 30 condoms.
It's like you go get a car wash.
The condoms you like.
Maybe not.
We taking the free ones. Be like, no, I don't need those. See, this is why men get caught. You should be like, no, I don't want those. I'll get my own.
But yeah, that's fair.
So then your wife isn't counting the condoms.
Which is exactly what she did.
Right.
So she counted the condoms, and there was a girl at work, I believe it was, that she was worried about. So she counts the condoms. And I'm not reading because it's like really long.
Yeah.
But basically she counts the condoms. She finds out where there were 30. And she's like, I swear it was 30. She's like going on like, I counted, I know there was 30. I counted like 5 times. And then now there's only 28.
And first of all, both of them get on my nerves. Because first of all, why is he using the condoms that the place gave him? That his wife already know how many it is. Why couldn't he just go buy some?
So he says, she asks him, she confronts him.
And then why is she
Which I would not do.
Them?
I would not do.
In the beginning, why did you
If we're married, I'm not confronting you.
Okay.
I'm getting evidence.
Okay.
For the divorce court that and I'm taking it.
Okay.
I'm so, like, no, and you should anyone should do this. Like, look, if you find out and you're married, if you're just in a relationship, kick them out, or like you get out or whatever. Like, just leave the situation. That's not a good situation to be in. But if you're married, you're like kind of legally entwined. So I understand
you
of the
feel
concept.
Like you need proof.
Oh, I'm getting proof. Yeah. Because what am I gonna do? Show up at court and be like, oh, I think he was cheating on. No.
Okay.
We're hiring the same PI that helped me with that affair.
Unfortunately, most people that are married don't get divorced because of cheating, even if the person's cheating. But that's
true.
A whole nother episode.
You know, right? But I'm saying for me, I'm trying to go into like ninja mode in my mind. I'm disassociating. I'm catching amnesia, and I'm like, I'm gonna get as much evidence as I can. She confronts him, and I think there's something to be said about that too, because it's good to like.
Yeah. Oh, I'm done. Yeah.
You're confronting then.
Oh yeah, I'd be like, yes, I'm gonna talk to you about it, but I don't need a whole bunch of hardcore proof. Unless, like, I mean, it just depends.
Well, she hadn't updated because this was pretty recent. But basically, when she did confront him, he said he was using them on himself for self stuff.
So
I don't know how to say that. Right. And he had them still in the house, and he could show her.
Okay, did he show them?
But I don't feel like them being in the house is necessarily.
Did he show her?
He did not, because then she was like, "I'm good. I don't need to see them."
She wasn't ready to leave.
And now, but then everyone on Reddit is like, so what's your consent? Like, what? Everyone on Reddit was
ain't leaving him.
Well, people, do you think he cheated?
Yes.
Okay.
But she wasn't ready to leave. So
okay.
She just let herself be like, okay.
Well, she said she wasn't sure how she felt just yet, but that was what had happened. So I'm going to see if there's any updates. I'll let you know. But yeah, so people on Reddit were like, he's lying to you.
Yeah. He's lying. And she knows it.
But what if he's not? That poor man.
It doesn't matter. She's not going anywhere.
This is why you hire a PI. This is why you go. This is why you disassociate and you hire Magnum.
That is why you hire a PI. I'm not against hiring private investigators. I mean, I feel like if you really are out to get the details, I'm not doing a whole lot of going through your phone. I'm not doing a lot of all this. Yes, pay the money, get the private investigator, let them do it.
Yep. Yeah. So
hopefully that doesn't have to happen. Hopefully people are being honest and just like
get your evidence, go to court. Man or woman, okay? And actually, especially if you're a man, get your evidence and go to court.
Matter.
No, because the system's already rigged.
It doesn't matter.
So get your
it's a no fault state. It doesn't matter who's cheating or not.
Oh, really? Is that
it doesn't matter.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. I mean,
I'll get married in another state to prevent this issue.
Get that done. Do it that way.
Well, yeah, look, it's kind of a tough subject, but hopefully
so unnecessary.
Yeah, bro, for real. But hopefully some lightheartedness out of this, some fun stories. Mostly everyone's kind of over it. All these stories happened a little while ago, so they were having a good time.
They lived and learned.
Most of them. The rest, I hope they're okay now. But yeah, you're not wrong. See, here's the thing: you're not wrong.
If what?
If you think
the person's cheating,
they are probably cheating.
Yeah, that's my point.
That's it.
It's like
you're not wrong.
Once this lady decided she needed to count the condoms, he had already cheated.
She was worried. Yeah, she was worried already because of a coworker.
Right, you're done.
So you're already
done.
Something's happening. You know, in your heart, in your gut, in your mind.
You know what I think? I feel like you should only get proof. Try to get proof if you're ready to be done.
Oh well, yeah, that goes.
If you're not gonna leave and nothing like that, don't even look for the proof.
But then don't count the condoms.
That's what I'm saying. She messed herself up. She wasn't leaving. Why you count the condoms? Know. Just leave the condoms alone. Go on about your business. Yes, Tracy at the office. You know it's something, but you're not ready to go.
Because
so just leave it alone.
Now you know. That's the thing. Like before, you could be like, I thought, but now I know.
It's
that's worse.
It's not worth it, man. Like be with somebody you trust, and if you don't, let them be.
Yeah, just get out of it. It's better to be,
or let them cheat in peace.
That's an option.
Unpopular
That's an option.
Take.
You can do that.
Take.
You don't have to leave a cheater. I might not take that advice.
Okay.
But I would.
I don't think I don't think you should.
We already know I have PIs on my roster, so I'm good.
Don't take no mess.
But yeah. So anyway, I hope you could have a good laugh or at least hear some chisme, some gossip, and get through your workday. But if you like what you heard, please make sure to rate, review, and subscribe. Follow us on Instagram, YouTube. If you leave us a comment or a review, we will read it out loud on the show.
We haven't had a review in a while.
Nicole is sad. Give her a review.
Gotta work on that.
And yeah, if you have any crazy wild cheating stories, please let us know. We'd love to hear them.
Yeah, I'm curious.
Or if
you're the perpetrator.
I was gonna say no. Don't do that. We don't want to hear from you. If you got found out, maybe, but no. Make it sound like it wasn't you. I don't want to hear it. I don't want that. I
agree.
I only want the good stuff. Okay. Yeah. Thank you for listening.
See ya.